What's up, guys? Today we're looking at a controller I've been talking about for a little while now. This is the Hyperkin Duke Xbox controller. Now, this entire controller pretty much screams gimmick, right? I mean, it's not something they were probably looking to sell a ton of. It's more for the people who maybe remember the original Xbox, remember one of the largest controllers known to man for a mainstream system like the Xbox. That was one of the things it was made fun of for a lot. But they probably figured there are people like me who had fond memories of the original Xbox, a system I really liked, by the way. So they knew people like me would buy it. And I did. So there you go. I also wanted to take a look at it, though. I'm going to take it apart, and we'll check out a few things about it, because there is a screen that's built in, something that they probably did not need and they could have cut out, and it would have lowered the cost, because this controller is $70. It's a wired controller, and it's $70. So keep that in mind. This is not a cheap controller, and it's done by Hyperkin. So I'm a little on the edge about that. I don't know what to think about that one, since I don't really know Hyperkin for quality, for expensive products that are just solid and good. But we're going to unbox it, then we're going to take it apart, and I kind of want to see how that screen is working with the board inside and everything. It'll be a lot of fun. So today, let's take a look at the Hyperkin Xbox Duke controller. All right, so here we are with the Duke controller. The box itself is pretty large. It's pretty straightforward, though. There's not a ton going on here. Of course, the original Xbox logo, Hyperkin branding, and Microsoft branding. So this is an actual like Microsoft controller that is branded with the Xbox, should be licensed and everything. And it's kind of a neat idea, like I said before. And the box at least feels pretty solid. It's like when I get Hyperkin products, the box is even cheap, if that makes any sense. So let me take this guy up here, and we'll see what's inside. Okay, so, well, there's the Xbox controller. They don't have a bag over it. I wish they'd put like a bag, or in it a bag or something. Oh well. So, quick start guide. It's about as large as you would expect it to be. Pretty much saying, plug the controller in, and that's about it. So there you go. Pretty easy. There's also this little card where it seems like they're thanking pretty much everyone who, I guess, is a part of the Xbox. You can go back to Seamus Blackley here, Phil Spencer, devs behind Halo, devs behind Jet Set Radio Future. So pretty much everyone that had a hand, I guess, in the Xbox brand now and then. So here is the controller. They have a little, of course, piece of plastic over the jewel in the center. Usually this was just an Xbox logo. They turned that into a screen, though, as we've seen. And then it looks like there's just a cable, very long cable, actually. Again, it's a wired controller, so this has to be a big cable. I assume this is a 10-foot cable, I think is what they said on the box. So that should at least give you enough space between you and your TV. Now, like I said, we're gonna take this apart, but first what I'll do is I'll show you guys a little clip here of me turning it on with the jewel kind of, the screen kind of in play. And it looks like how you would expect. Again, it's a gimmicky controller. It's a screen instead of them just putting a jewel in. Could they have saved money? Yes. Every time you press the jewel, whether it's to turn it on or go back to the home menu, that Xbox, the whole animation plays again and again and again, unless you just leave it be, and then it'll just leave that Xbox logo up. So it's pretty cool, but again, it's not something you'll probably have fun with after, the first couple times you do it. The controller itself, it feels good, but it doesn't feel amazing, if that makes any sense. This does feel like a Hyperkin product. Again, if you've used Hyperkin stuff in the past, you know what I'm talking about. The plastic actually feels better than what most stuff they do. It has a 3.5 jack on the bottom. And it has all the standard buttons, along with, of course, the, I guess, the select and start and everything. And it has right bumper and left bumper at the top. Now, they did a good job mimicking even the sticks. As you remember, the sticks had like a large divot and then a small divot. And yeah, it feels, at least at face value right now, like the original Xbox Duke controller. Minus, of course, the cable coming off. You would plug yours in there. No battery, no wireless functionality. A bit of a downer, I'm going to be honest. A bit of a downer for a controller that is $70. Again, though, I don't think they were figuring this was going to, fly off the shelves or anything and make a ton of money. This is definitely, I guess, a collector's piece, or just people who are older who remember the original Duke controller. So let's get this guy apart now, and we'll see, I guess, a little bit of what's going on inside. It looks pretty standard on the back. Hyperkin products are usually pretty easy to come apart because they use minimal screws and pieces to get it together. So let's start getting this guy apart. Well, it at least came apart as easy as I figured it would have. The two buttons on the top, the right bumper, left bumper, just kind of come right off. And the charge port on the top, or I guess not even charge port, just the port, is just a plug-in adapter. And we have a nice little glob top there that probably is like a little microprocessor that helps to run the screen and produce that image. So now we got to take this whole board out to get to the screen, and I can kind of see the screen right there on its own board. So this should be fun. I guess there's only a couple screws actually, it looks like, that's even holding this thing together. So I know we have 1, 2, 3, 4, a couple there. All right, cool. So we'll get these apart now too. So there we go, got it off. The screen is actually plugged in here and it has to kind of go through the board. It's a little tactile switch actually. Underneath that, where that little screen is. So that's what you're pushing when you press down on the screen. That's directly underneath of it. Everything else looks pretty solid. I mean, they're all basic rubber membrane tactile switches, or just membrane, I guess. Yeah. Even the D-pad is kind of a separate thing. That's pretty cool. So everything else is, let me see. Double checking. Yeah, okay, cool. Everything else is pretty solid here. It's interesting that this is, I wonder where that button looks different. I don't know. For some reason up here, the black button looks actually a little different right here. I don't really know why that is. Huh. All right, well, let's see about this screen real quick. It looks like it's kind of held in here by these, and that's just to give it a pivot so that you can push down on it. And it looks like it's just held in there. The rest of it, though, it's pretty straightforward. It looks like it's just a, let's see. It looks like it's just a standard board with LCD, and it looks like it's just soldered directly in with a ribbon cable. Just completely soldered in. Let's take a look. There we go. So you can't press it anymore. And it looks like it's just, yeah, it's just a screen soldered in here. And, oh, it does unplug. Oh, look at that. That's kind of funny. Let's see. I wonder if you could use this in other projects. I mean, it'd be a super big waste of money to buy this screen for $70 and this controller. But let's see. I don't think these screens are going to break or anything. They're well protected. Yeah, so there we go. There's the screen. It does come off. It's actually a little standard screen you can actually unclip right here. And there you go. We just unplugged the screen. Okay, sure, why not? Oh, the board comes off. There we go. Wasn't a lot holding it in. So there's our screen. And that comes off. Why not? We'll just take it all the way apart. Yeah, that's everything. You know what? The screen is actually larger than the area that they're showing here. I mean, look at this. It's actually one large rectangle, and I wonder if it's programmed just to shine that right there. That's kind of the question I have right now. I wonder if that is the case, that they just do that. I don't think this would come off easily. This seems to be kind of seized to it, I guess. Oh, wait, no, it comes off. Aha, there we go. All right, so the screen is now off. I have, by the way, just ripped this whole thing apart. This is further than I thought I was going to go with it. But while we're here, let's answer a question here with this screen. I'm a little curious. I think I can get this to work, at least, to figure this out. Okay, so what I've effectively done is pulled that black mask off. I just want to see if it's just designed to just show in the middle here, or if the whole thing lights up, and that's why they were covering it with the black sticker. I know it might be a little extreme, but honestly, I'm just curious. All right, so we have the controller plugged in, the screen with the black shielding off, and I have my Xbox. I just moved it over here so we could turn this on. Let me see, where's that? There we go. And we'll see what it does. So, interestingly enough, it does light the entire screen up. The entire animation is shown. That is upside down. The entire animation actually does the entire, like it's the whole thing, but they blocked off the edges, which is strange. If you just saw that, I should be able to play it again. It's very interesting. I guess they just wanted to fit inside that jewel, so they blocked off the rest, but it's an LCD that is playing the entire scene, and it's not just a circular LCD that's doing it. So you can see it's a tiny little mini LCD, and it just plays the entirety of that scene. So that's kind of, I guess that's kind of neat. I don't know. These are the questions I know that no one asked to have answered, but hey, we're doing it anyway. Huh. So that's kind of cool. It's a full little LCD in there. They definitely could have saved money on this, although I doubt this LCD cost a lot of money. However, I will at least give them credit. This is actually a very sharp looking LCD when it's out like this. Like it is not a blurry little screen. Really again. So yeah, the whole thing lights up. Whoa, that's so weird. Oh, there you go. So this has been the Xbox Duke controller. I need to clean up and I guess get this thing back together, but there you go. It's a full screen. It's not just a little circle. So otherwise though, build quality inside's fine. The board is okay. I wish it were wireless, but I guess that just wasn't in the cards for this. Maybe the little screen would have taken up too much battery life. I don't know. I doubt it. But I guess they just couldn't make it happen. Again, it's kind of a gimmicky item that most people probably aren't going to buy, but kind of neat to see, I guess, a little screen inside. You know, I mean, maybe it could show kind of a future idea for Microsoft to use down the road. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. It really helps out. If not, hit the dislike. Make sure you guys get subscribed for teardowns like these, gaming news, and technology. And I'll see you guys in the next video.